Last time on Final Fantasy 16, we found our Chocobo again from 20 years ago. This time, we've got some side quests to do, and we've declared war on another Mother Crystal. Forgive my insistence on writing you these silly letters. Would that we had more time to speak to each other in person, but for every day we spend together, it feels as though we must suffer another two apart. Oh wow, maybe they're actually closer than I realized. I'm glad to hear of your most unexpected reunion with Ambrosia, or should I say Whiteheart. You told me once how your Chocobo sacrificed herself to protect you that night at King's Gate. And here, so many years later, we find she has spent her life doing the exact same thing, defending others. Some things never change, do they, Clive? Huh. Maybe they actually are more of a item than I realized. But is it? There isn't actually an exit there. It's my bad. Okay, over
there's
here.
trouble in Rosaria.
Nope, up there.
That broom's as ragged as...
Hey, Mr. Cursebreaker. I have an apple for you.
You two look like you could use something to eat. Here. Courtesy of Martel.
Martel. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't
Your
she the girl from the
goodness.
burrows?
Course she was. An odd sort, that one. Loved plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait,
These aren't those apples, are they?
That they are.
be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so. Thank you, Sid.
You're welcome.
Others weren't so lucky though.
Now for the other one. So we've got
A
two
gift from the
apples.
backyard. For your service.
From my pocket first. I pulled that out of my pocket.
Blimey, these
Wow.
take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab 'em right from the branch, made Martel livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martels, are they?
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Not so much as a thank you.
That's auto
Well.
for you.
I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
We need to actually run back down there. Yes,
I
I
should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
Planning a journey?
Short with the Alliant,
Doing-
of course.
Oh, same old.
Same old, innit? Otto's got me reading through the reports coming in from our allies and picking out what problems need dealing with now, and what can be saved for later. It was still early days back in the old place, so I could just handle the job myself. State of the world now, though, I need Dee's help to sit through it all. And that's just the sifting. Actually solving any of these problems is a whole other headache. The Cursebreakers take the urgent stuff, but we're still stuck waiting for volunteers to handle the rest. So, if you ever find yourself at a loose end, well, you know where to find me. So much has happened since that night. Feels like a lifetime ago. But we'll never forget those who didn't make it. Kenneth, Martel, they're still with us in our hearts. And Sid. When I found out he was gone, I thought that was it for
He's
us.
still with us too.
But he's still with us too. With us and in you. Sneaky. We took his name and gave us hope when we had none. So I suppose what I'm trying to say is, don't be a stranger, eh? A hideaway ain't nothing without the Cid.
Anything catch your eye?
Nope, no available quests.
Fancy a
No,
little list,
go
do you?
away. I don't
Think you
care
can
about
help?
you. I'm here trying to talk to Desiree.
Oh, Clive. Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
The Patron's Whisper? Does that mean someone else is taking care of our friend's donations?
Oh, no, that's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those
I don't
tokens
remember
of
you in the
appreciation
old
the sender
Hideaway.
was specified are to be presented to you personally. Would you like to see if we have any? Business is busy.
On top of my regular duties here at the Whisper, Otto has filed countless other tasks, from transcribing and sorting Stolas reports to penning needful missives. Not that I'm complaining, mind. I enjoy writing. I have ever since I learned my letters from Jarrah back in the old Hideaway. I won't claim to have been his best student, though. That honour goes to Shirley.
Still,
So I like to think Jarrah would be proud of me too, were he with us today.
words are immortal.
They live on in others, and if the words are your own, so too will you. You know who told me that? It was Jarrah, in our last lesson before Titan came. It stayed with me ever since his passing and inspired me to become what I am today. I imagine we survivors all have a story like that, of someone who remains with us even though they're gone.
Come to claim your just desserts?
The Patron's Whisper, completing side quests will earn Clive renown, inspiring nameless benefactors from across the Twins to donate money or items to Clive's cause. Visit Desiree at the Patron's Whisper in the Hideaway's Mess to view current renown level and accept any donations available. Expand renown to unlock. Your merry band of outlaws and assassin deeds of daring do are all the talk amongst the ladies of the court. We've gathered together several items of worth that you might continue your gallantry. Heart-struck dowager.
Here
If
you
I
are.
do that... Okay, so it's not... like, it doesn't take away from my stock, it's cumulative. Okay. Our order is one built on pride, but that does not mean we are too proud to give thanks when thanks is due. We may have had Martha once, but never again.
All yours.
And the next one is at 85.
Come again. I may have more for you.
Nectar. Clive, there you are, Cooper. I've been looking all over for you.
What's the matter, Nectar?
Matter is this, Cooper?
The hunt board. It's where the curse breakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know?
Of course not, Cooper. I knew all that already. And that's why I need your help. As I need not remind you, Cooper, I'm the mightiest of all the movements. The fiend of the forest, a ghoul of the greensward. So I need you to slay them all, Cooper.
Right. Well,
Really wish they didn't rush
might
through
leave
it
us
like
aside
that
for the moment.
and just not
The
let
people
it
of
go
Anestia
automatically.
are going through a lot already. What with the blight and the war, the last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the curse breakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
As Sid, you should probably be harder. Oh, thank you, Cooper. It's good to have found someone who understands me, Cooper. I'll stay here then and keep an eye on all the builds to get posted on the board. So if there's anything you need to know, Cooper, I'm your move. Ask about Nectar's adventures. Did I ever tell you about the time I visited the Great Continent, Cooper?
I don't think so.
Of course I didn't, because I've never been, Cooper. Look at these wings. Do they look like the sort that might carry a Moogle across countless leagues of open sea? You call me Nectar the Bold, not Nectar the Stupid, Cooper. It's precisely what you see before you, Cooper. Ghostbreakers note down the details of any particularly dangerous monsters they hear about or encounter in the course of their duties, Cooper. And post the bill is here, Cooper, so that any stout soul who wishes to do the realm a service might set out to slaughter an ungodly horror or two. which is where you come in, Kupo. As for me, I have the most important duty of all, painting a big red cross over each and every one you cut down, Kupo, so everyone can sleep at night knowing that the realm is a safer place. You see that all the billets are marked with a location, Kupo? That's where the horrible horror in question was seen. But you can't be expected to memorize every last place name in the whole wide realm. You're only human, Kupo. So if the place name doesn't tingle your pom-pom, Kupo, try reading the witness's statement. Sometimes there are other details in them that might help you track the nasties down and finish them off. I guess that just gives you more hints, right? Hordes of fiends terrorizing the countryside. So we dealt with the Araman. We have the Angel of Death, and we have the Belphegor. Lovely. A trader by the way of Care Norvamp met with a troop of Cursebreakers traveling the opposite direction and warned them of a wicked winged harpy on the road ahead, her eyes wild and flickering. Though the Cursebreakers saw nothing untoward on their own journey through the pass, the sound of cackling laughter from the trees ensured they kept up a brisk pace. Clearview Sembrek. Okay, we'll try and keep that in mind. But first,
Them old apples were enough to...
we need to go turn in this side quest.
I hear there's trouble in Rosaria.
I think it's alright to touch him.
As long as there are hunts to do, we might try and do like. Well, it depends on what story segments come up and all that, but we might try and do one per episode while they're available. Which is fine. They're longer fights, so they take a good 5 to 10 minutes themselves. Oh, Mac.
The Cursebreakers send their thanks. And their compliments. They were clearly very fond of Martel.
They remembered her. After all these years.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose she was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. You were one of the good ones, Martel. Why did you have to die?
Because otherwise we wouldn't have a story.
She put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy. And now we do. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree. Martel lives on through the fruit it bears.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her, had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do anything really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for.
Thank you.
They like your fruit, Martel. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
Give it another 5 years and they might actually have a bunch of trees. Martel's apples, displayed in Clive's bedchamber. Okay. So... never mind, I can't go on any hunts right now. Because it won't let me go anywhere other than Hawk's Cliff. So I guess we're continuing the story. Why would you unlock that right when you can't actually do it?
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
He never seems pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
Yes, but he also wants to feel like
Wasn't
he's
it Sid
helping
who
out
said
in a
that matters
more...
such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved
impactful
opportunities
way.
to grow and change present itself.
What do you smell, Torgal?
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
Right, because Ironhome is where you were captured. Well, sent to.
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
You've had 5 years, 5 more years to confront your past and
Face
survive
it
it.
together then.
To the end.
That's not ominous at all.
Come on.
Bloodlines.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Oh, this takes place in the same rough map, so... Yep, okay. Question is... Nope. Is it still off limits? No, it's not. Okay. Central Sandbreak, Northreach. Yeah, Norvant. And the Dragon's Airy, so it would be around here somewhere. Ah, I know where we are. Clearview is out there, so it's somewhere in the, Right, okay. So if we go over to Northreach, then we can head south and try and find that mark.
Keep them pilgers nice and chilled.
Look at this place.
I'm hoping that if I can get a good view of the land, it will stand out to me somewhat. But there's no guarantee of that, so
Come on.
let's hop on our trek road and see if we can't find it. If there was a gust of wind over here, that feels likely. Yep, this feels like it's gonna be it. It's a leftover Serrata. Aruna, rank C. Let's take it down, shall we?
That's what I think it is. This isn't gonna be easy.
Yeah, it is what you think it is. It is a Serrata. We're fine. There we go. Okay, we'll get into the rhythm and we'll be fine. Compared to your master, you've got nothing. Let's do this. Nope, that hurt. There we go. Okay, dodge, dodge, dodge. And there we go. And that one, and then into ignition. Okay, that did not do as much as I was hoping, but we will take it. And that was me screwing up. Nope. Oh, come on. What is the timing of that? I am dodging way too late. Ignition. Oh, come on. That was a good dodge. And that, on the other hand, was waiting to happen. Bring it down. Nope. There we go. There, that's better. Come on. And I walked into that. Oh yeah, much better. Come on, keep it up. There we go, perfect. Probably not going to be enough. No. But it's almost dead. Come on, is that the best you've got? And finished. And we got a level up out of that. Very nice. Clouded Eye, using crafting. So I'll be used to craft some unique piece of gear.
I know I will.
Okay. So let's go restock our items and then check where the next one is so we can take it on next time.
I hear there's trouble.
We can probably check out the blacksmith as well to see what we can make.
Well, don't just stand there gawping. Go on then.
Nope. That one. Thank
It's
you.
better I'll be here. You'll not find a better price than that.
I could buy one, but I'm probably going to need some money for crafting. Valuable.
Not out else?
Valuable.
I reckon I can find a buyer. Is that
There we
all?
go.
I think it's alright to touch him.
Hey, Blythefall.
What do you need?
I need some crafting
Same
things.
fortune, do you?
Leavenbolt, Stormcry. Sorry, Flame Tongue and Stormcry. Oh, okay, so Stormcry needs a Wind Shard. Flame Tongue needs a Fire Shard and Stormcry, and then Leavenbolt needs a Lightning Shard and Flame Tongue. Interesting. Nope, none of that. Oh, there, the Clouded Eye is used for the Bastard Sword, which is weaker than what I have.
Anything else?
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, you guys can pet him, he won't hurt you. Well, then that said, next time on Final Fantasy 16, we're going to go take on the other hunt that's left over, a rank B hunt, which is going to probably be harder.
So Mather's alright.
And then we will continue on with this main story. See you then.